Hello friends and welcome to another video. Today I am mad. In today's video I want to discuss something because it's been building up inside of me and I feel like I'm gonna overflow with thoughts and emotions, and it's also a bigger discussion. So the reason for this discussion is I am kind of sort of getting bullied at work because I listen to Taylor Swift, and I have people in my closer circle that are kind of weird about it when I mention it. It's like it's the equivalent of saying you believe in astrology, which I don't believe in astrology, by the way, but I really enjoy it and I find it very fun and interesting, and I really like how passionate some people are about it, and I always ask questions when people are passionate with astrology and I try to engage with them. Even though I don't believe it necessarily, I try to be as respectful as possible and be curious about it. So yeah, this is how I am as a person, though. This doesn't mean that everyone else is like this. So what happened basically is I get a lot of people, guys especially, this is a very guy specific thing, not that I don't get it from girls as well, which I'm gonna talk about it later in the video, don't worry about it. Because I confronted them, I always ask, why do you believe such thing? I asked them and their arguments were this. So, if you listen to Taylor Swift music, you don't like music, you don't like music that has some sort of quality and depth in it. Well, after that I asked them to name a few songs and they don't know any songs, apart from like maybe Shake It Off or something, which I don't like it personally, but I don't think that it represents her work. So first of all, I want to talk about art as a product. Pop music usually is a product, you know, this is why it's called pop. So as long as it is good, I don't mind it with it being monetized and being popular because of that. Other arguments include that in order to write pop music you need to have a formula, and this strips down the art itself and it makes it a product. But this is a problem with all genres, I believe, when they are marketed as a product. I think this is why punk rock died, because it started as a very anti-capitalist sort of thing, and when punk rock musicians started to become famous and successful, well, they monetized their art, like they sold CDs, shows. So a lot of people wanted to tear them down because they kind of betrayed the belief, and I find it really stupid. Why not support people who, you know, you like their work just because, like, the world works like this. If you want to take it out on musicians, like, why not take it out on politicians? So, like, see the bigger picture here. Hating on pop artists won't solve your problem, so you're not some sort of savior for not listening to Taylor Swift's music. I don't know what else to tell you, but not listening to Taylor Swift's music won't make the world less capitalistic. I wanna also talk about the other argument that I hear, which is about music not being very deep, because a lot of people listen to it and they compared it with jazz music, which I'm betting my lifetime savings that if Taylor Swift started releasing jazz music, you're gonna hate on jazz music again as well. So if the music you listen to at the moment and you feel very niche and unique and special becomes popular and everyone makes this music, I don't think you're gonna like it anymore. So it's not the music itself, it's the fact that you really want to feel special in this. I'm so sure about it, because I talk with people like this, I talk with, like I mentioned, other things such as literature, and they know nothing. So if you want to show the world that you're intellectually superior, at least do some research, read a book or something, you know? The other thing that I want to mention here, and I think this is the most important take that I have, and I don't think it's an unpopular take, I think this is the core of all these problems, and coming down to the fact that people, especially guys, hate Taylor Swift's music, it's because the audience Taylor Swift has is mainly girls and women, and a lot of the time interests that girls and women have are dismissed as being non-serious, not interesting enough. Let's think about it. It's Taylor Swift, it's astrology, it's Justin Bieber, One Direction, Twilight, 50 Shades of Grey. I think all of this, when they were very popular, they were mocked as something very low quality, very stupid, very, you know. And I'm saying all this not because I was a fan back then. I was actually a hater, and I got brainwashed into thinking that this is bad and stupid. And like, for example, Justin Bieber, I never listened to his music, but I was making fun of him. And why? He was just a 16-year-old boy on the internet, and he was trying to, you know, do something in the music industry. And thinking about it now, it's so fucked up. Like, why? Why did we all hate on him? People used to mock women's interests since I don't even know since when. When I was young, I listened to Taylor Swift's music, so I think I like the first albums, Fearless, Speak Now, Red. I was really into it, and then I started listening to more genres. I started listening to metal and rock, and although I really loved the music, I felt like most of the time I did it was performative, because I wanted to be not like the other girls, the basic girl, the basic bitch, and so I was flaunting the fact that I was listening to metal music and not wearing makeup and wearing my boots. Not that these, like, all these things are bad for someone to do, or you don't, it doesn't mean that you're a pick-me if you do this. I know myself, and I was a pick-me when I did this, and what I also did was stop listening to Taylor Swift's music. Now, to be fair, I'm not into like her 1989 and Lover thing. I wasn't very much into it, but the last couple of years, Folklore Evermore and like the Tortured Poets Department album, now I really like this like singer-songwriter, guitar, piano, sad, poetic songs kind of vibe, and I am the target audience of that, honestly. Like, I write music like this as well, so I really like it. And when people say that, well, you don't have a good music taste, a good music taste because you're listening to that, it's so stupid, because I did like a full circle. I started there, I stopped it, I thought it was very generic, and then I listened to all the other genres people said were interesting and like real music and things like that. And honestly, I started listening to Taylor Swift now that I am a grown woman, because I don't know, it's right up my alley. Not to shit on rock and metal music, but my main reason that I stopped listening to a lot of metal nowadays is that I really find the lyrics very cheesy, and it's crazy to think about it. It's crazy to shit on Taylor Swift for writing very emotional and sad and over-dramatic lyrics. Like, if you see metal songs, like the ballads of metal songs, like, check the lyrics. It's, oh my fucking god, have you listened to Scorpions and Guns N' Roses? Like, I know it's not metal, it's rock, but it's the same thing. Like, try to see their lyrics. It's so cheesy, it's basically, it's dead. It's like an AI has written it, and like, the music is great, I don't wanna shit on it. As I said, I grew up listening to music like this in my early teens especially, but right now I don't like lyrics like this. Like, I cringe. I listen to it because it's nostalgic to me. Please, I am not trashing rock and metal music and alternative music. I think it's one of my favorite genres, but I really like to listen to pop music as well, like Sabrina Carpenter or Olivia Rodrigo. Their music and lyricism and aesthetics as well, like Chappell Roan, her aesthetics, oh my god. Like, if you don't like this because you don't get it, or if, like, it's completely normal. Like, if you don't like it, it's completely normal. You're allowed, and it's valid to have your own taste. My problem starts when people are like gatekeeping music, which is so fucked up to do in art in general, like gatekeeping art and deciding which type of art and aesthetic and thing, like sound, is more better than the other. If you're thinking like this, if your brain thinks like this, I'm very sorry. I feel like it's a very sad world up here, because like, imagine how self-conscious you are if you want to make a statement about what's the best music, it's the music I listen to, because I listen to this and I read this and I watch this show, and because I do it, it's the best, and whoever doesn't do it and whoever picks something else, well, you're stupid and you don't have taste. This is giving World War II. I'm burning books because I don't want anyone else to read this, because it's not the ideology that we want to spread. It's giving that, and no one likes to be compared with, I don't know, I think this is giving small pee-pee energy, even in girls. Like, imagine wanting to bring another woman down. I'm not talking about Taylor Swift, like my problem here is bigger, it's beyond Taylor Swift, but imagine wanting to bring another woman, another person down, especially women. If you are a woman and you want to bring them down because you want to be different among them, like instead of wanting to form a sisterhood and accept each other, and I'm not talking about listening to the same things, I like having like unique taste and anything, but at least be open, not judgmental, because this is giving I wanna be unique and stand out from the other girls so that guys will take me seriously, and that's also sad. I know where they're coming from. Blend of, you know, insecurities, wanting to be the main character, you know, the main character syndrome, special snowflake, my problems are bigger than others, the only one suffering, it's a bit narcissistic, I don't know. I said in a previous video that I believe everyone is a narcissist, like especially when we're going through puberty, we feel like we are the center of the world, but as we age and we grow, we kind of move forward and see that we're not the only ones here, which is scary to not feel special anymore, but at the same time it gives you a sense of community. Yeah, I believe some people are very slow with this process, and they really want to feel like the main character, and you do you, feel like the main character in your story. I don't know, I'm not here to therapize these people. Of course I'm not here to, because I'm mad that they trust on Taylor Swift. I think it's a bigger issue. And apart from the insecurities that I mentioned in depth now here, I think the other problem is that we dismiss girls' and women's interests. So, I don't know. This is my take. Pop music is great. I used to shit on it when I was younger. I don't do it anymore. I don't have any guilty pleasures anymore. It's only pleasures. I try not to judge myself or feeling cringe or generic or basic, because we are all unique in our own different ways. We don't have to go walk the extra mile to stand out and be unique. Like, you are unique within yourself. You have a whole world here with emotions and thoughts no one else has, so I think that's enough. You know, you don't have to be an asshole about it, and especially like bullying others. This is, I don't know, I hate it. I have a strong sense of justice and I hate when this happens. I'm a proud Swiftie. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this rumbly video. Leave a like, let me know if you agree or disagree. I don't want to live in an echo chamber. Of course I'm open to hearing others' opinions. A lot of people, when they wanna counter-argue that Taylor Swift's not good, they always mention the fact that she's a billionaire and all the damage she does to the planet, and I totally agree. I don't think any billionaire can be ethical at this point, you know, but when we're talking about this, the conversation kind of moves somewhere else and it's not about music anymore, and let's talk about that, but it's not gonna be a conversation about music. I've been rambling for so long now. I'm gonna end the video. Bye guys, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye! And it's funny because I know a guy or two who listen to Taylor Swift and they don't get the same bullying as I did, like from my experience. And I think this is a misogyny moment. I don't know, because if a guy listens to music about feelings and being vulnerable, they're just brave, and when a woman does it, they're hysteric and drama queens, and this is what pisses me off, the double standards that are everywhere, and they manifest in like small things like this. Because I don't mind if you don't listen to Taylor Swift, honestly. I mind when you have a reaction like this. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I'm gonna admit it here on camera today. I always, when I used to like date people, I always ask them on the first date if they believe in astrology or like zodiac signs, and if they listen to Taylor Swift. Because like either of these work perfectly, let me tell you. You can tell by their reaction who is gonna be a misogynistic, sexist prick and who is a decent human being that respects you and sees you as a human being that you are. Yeah. And of course the reactions I'm looking for here are not people who will say yes, I love them, like I don't mind. Even if someone's like no, I don't believe in zodiac signs, do you? And if you do, I want to know more about it. Or they're like, no, I don't listen to Taylor Swift, she's not like, her vibe is not my kind of thing, but I'm open if you want to send me a few songs. This is what I'm talking about. You can be very respectful and form a basic human connection with someone, and it doesn't have to be, oh my god, I'm a stan too. No, it's the small things like that. Because when someone gets very triggered when you say the name Taylor Swift, like they did in my job, and called me like as if I don't have a taste in music. They told me, you don't have, if you have ears and listen to music, you cannot listen to Taylor Swift. And I found it very offensive, because you're diminishing me as a person because of your personal bias. And yeah, I don't know, I'm not going to interact with people like this apart from work, which is very, you cannot do much about it. But in my circle, like my friends and things like that, which of course I have a few guys who are very about, like I meet a lot of people on a daily basis from like friend groups, and there are guys, it's mainly guys, you know, sorry if I sound sexist here, but it's mainly guys, and then I put them songs and they're like, oh, I actually like this. You know, but yeah, anyway. And yeah, oh well.